is now.
And the time is now, folks, for the four horsemen. Yes, no cool music, no killer intro, because I am not
go.
the Livingston man. And there you go. We just
That's
lost
right.
4 subscribers. Good
Some
evening,
folks.
everybody.
Let's
And
go.
welcome to another amazing Four Horsemen event. Welcome. I will let everybody introduce themselves for new folks, because I know there's new folks somewhere in the chat that don't know who the Four Horsemen are. So have at it, gentlemen.
Oh,
Anybody?
Pete, you're up first.
all right. Hey, at least I'm not the big head today. That's for those who've never been on here. That's
Nice that we
it's
figured
an
this
inside
out.
joke on the software there. Yeah, I'm the roaming
What are you
prepper. I'm
thinking?
Pete. I
How's
am
that?
down in the great state of Texas. Oh wait, am I the big head now?
No.
That's what you're saying. Oh, my screen's a little delayed. And I started the channel being a hurricane and traveling prepper, really, just because of my job. And it occurred to me, there's a good chance you won't be home if something happens. So that kind of is how I started the channel.
Awesome.
Pete puts the out in bugging out. You're out and about, SHTF. He's the guy you want to talk to about doing that because that's the life he lived. I am the Livingston man. I was the role of death in terms of the Four Horsemen was forced upon me. It was between me and Vision. We shot paper rock scissors for it. He ended up with he gets to kill subscribers with his hand movement. Oh, there you go. It hurts me when he does that. I'm here to bring. I'm the disruptor. I'm here to play devil's advocate with y'all. I'm here to debunk your theories. I'm here to call y'all out on your bullshit. It's my problem. That's what I do.
I'm Mike. I am founder and CEO of Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival, and that's kind of what we do: prepping and survival. And of course, y'all are here, so you know Vision Preparedness. I mean, he's even on my shirt here tonight. So that's what's up. That's what's up.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, well, Vision Preparedness, welcome everybody. Glad everybody got to join us. We have 53 amazing people so far on YouTube and Rumble.
Start waving your hand. We can do better than that.
Okay, the reverse will
that's right.
bring
That's
people
right.
alive.
You got to bring them back. Bring them back.
Only
Wait,
real
but
ones.
what if we get zombies?
Then he can wave his hand again. Wave his hand.
Yeah, then we'll wave again.
We can,
Totally.
We can use our firearms.
Can we? Really?
If zombies, I say yeah. I say go ahead.
Okay.
It happens. It happens.
So, as y'all know, we don't script anything.
It's true.
Everything is
to our own dismay, but yeah.
Yeah, to our own dismay. So tonight's topic is, and see if y'all were really paying attention an hour ago.
I put a bet on this. Trent, I'm gonna win money again. I know it.
Nope, you're not. I'm betting you won't. Tonight's topic is preps that I will not skimp on and or cut back on prepping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Preps that you will not cut back on.
I can think of a couple things off the top of my head, but this is definitely going to require some more thought.
So you mean in terms of like these are the things like I will not cut corners here. Like I will go with the best of the best that I can. Is that what you mean?
That quality, quantity, whatever you want to call it. Yes.
Okay. Yep. The cool thing, look at Pete, like just performing research and hold on.
He's doing research and development.
Let me just ask AI real quick.
Something just came up there and it freaked me out. They've shut down all the drone airspace along the border.
Oh.
Yeah, and like here you got it all shut down, and then there's no aircraft over there.
Oh.
Like you see, there's this blank spot right over the border. There's no commercial jets, anything.
Oh.
I've been watching that. Something's going on, but no.
Welcome in, Walt. Welcome in, everybody. And
Yeah.
forgive me for not speaking. Scott Hummer's in the building. Good to see you.
Scott.
KY Survival. My brother, Devil Dog Prepper, Skull.
If I may be so bold, when I first saw KY Prepper's handle, I was like, "Excuse me." But then Mike pointed out that was for Kentucky, and I was like, "Oh, okay,
Yes.
I get it now."
Yes. KY Survivals, KY
Oh,
Kentucky.
see, now I can't unsee that, man.
Right.
You
course.
killed
Got him.
Donald,
Oh,
welcome
sure.
in. Sherry, good to see you. Jules, how are you?
So-
Everybody. Y'all are just rolling in here. I just want to say thank you. Y'all rock, as always. So, gentlemen, tonight's topic, preps. I will not skimp on quality or quantity.
I'm gonna go first, right off the hill. Footwear.
Oh, good one.
I won't compromise on that. They got to be good. They got to be right. It's tires on the car, proverbially, right?
Amen.
Only part of the vehicle that touches the ground. Your feet hurt, you hurt. Your feet ain't right, you ain't right. Your feet can't walk, you can't walk. So many footwear is number one priority. If you're gonna skimp anywhere else, don't do it on the footwear, man.
I agree wholeheartedly with that.
I do too.
Wholeheartedly.
It's funny that reminds me of Die Hard when they shoot up the glass and he's
Yeah.
barefoot.
Yeah.
The whole movie, I was like, what is this man doing? He could have robbed all this dude. He killed 13 or more dudes.
Yeah,
he could
take
have
steal their shoes. Yeah.
He could have got some shoes out of the deal,
Somebody's
but he
shoes,
decided
right?
to not.
Sandals.
Come on, John McClane.
Best Christmas movie ever.
I agree wholeheartedly with your footwear statement, Livingston man, and I am going to piggyback off of that with my water filtration methods. I do not compromise on those. It's the best quality and the tightest sealing container I can get because I'm not. I don't want to cross contaminate or anything like that. You know, there it is, the Grail. They're foolproof. It doesn't matter if you're pulling from a puddle, a pond, a stream. As long as you can scoop water in 8 seconds, you have 24 ounces of clean, purified drinking water. So that's something that I won't skimp on is water purification.
Of any kind. No matter what
Yeah.
your method is of water purification, don't skimp on.
Nope.
Exactly. Oh, and by the way, thank you, Mike, because yeah, I almost filed Chapter 11 after I got 3 of these.
Yeah, no kidding.
Trent,
I can see that.
Trent has a problem, Pete. We may have to have an intervention.
Yeah, yeah.
Ain't
I
nobody
think,
coming. Nobody.
in theory, all of us
Rent-A-Center
need
is
to
not coming to repossess your Grail filter.
No.
No, that's true.
I think you buy quality and you buy excess filters, right? You buy a ton of extra filters for those things. The Grails are very, very good at what they do, but they're limited in capacity because it's something that you would take backpacking. That's not a long-term solution. That's a short-term solution for like a bug out bag, not your everyday kind of water filter. So
Those are good ones. Cheese. You know, I had a good one in my head and now I just blanked out. Honestly, one thing people don't appreciate, and I do because it goes from 20 degrees to like 60 and then back to 30 where I am right now. A good set of outerwear, a good jacket, something you can put in the rain, you can deal with dust. As far as the clothing theme we got going on right now, that and good belts. I actually keep an army rigger's belt, which is just a ratchet strap style belt, in my go bag in my truck because hypothetically I could be in sweatpants. I go to the gym and I say, oh, I got to go to Walmart, and then the Chupacabra shows up, and I wouldn't have a belt to hold any accessories around my waist. Yeah, a jacket and a belt, but something Gore-Texy that you can get through rain.
Yep, exactly. Well, I'm going to mention the obvious. I will not skimp. I will not stop prepping pew pews and seed dispensers. Period.
Yeah,
I won't.
That's a good one.
Freedom seed dispensers. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, freedom seeds.
Freedom
Free,
seed dispensers.
free for everybody. Come
Yes.
and get some.
it's
Yes. Come and get some. Exactly.
the war pellets.
Yeah, that too. And especially
Dropping
now.
shit like a pigeon. Like just
Yeah. And I will say this.
yeah. I was telling Mrs.
Got 'em.
Livingston the story about how I always wait for Vision to sip his coffee, and I'll just say something off out of pocket.
He's
No,
trying to
I've learned. I've learned.
swallow fast. Swallow fast.
Yes.
He stopped drinking on the live stream.
Yes. Yeah. The prices of freedom seeds should be coming down
In theory,
in theory.
Yeah.
Now, like we always say, stay within your budget, but that's always budgeted in my budget. I don't care if it's one box or one case, but I'm not going to stop prepping that.
no, and it's something you can trickle prep. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You can get a few here, you get a little bit there. You buy a grill, a jackery. There are a few things you buy 2 or 3 of, and you're like, oh, okay, I need to stop. That's a bit much.
Yep.
But 10, $12, box of 9, whatever it is you.
But you guys live in these free states. That's awful liberal of you to say $12. Wow.
Yeah, we gotta pay for background checks, Pete. This is the People's Republic of New York, man.
Microstamping our shit.
That's coming soon.
True
That's
story.
next.
My daughter and her fiance wound up on the leftist coast for his work. And of course, they have lived here now, and so they came back to visit, and they were driving, and he's like, would you believe I have to do all these things? I just want a couple of boxes. So I walked over to my stash, and I handed him a little case. Here's 12 gauge, here's 9s, here you go. And for me, it's easy, right? I just, next payday, I just go to Academy, wherever, and just pick a few more up.
Yeah.
And
Now-
people are going to hit those stores first if something goes sideways after the groceries.
Absolutely.
Here's a question to us. I'm interested. Do you keep all your freedom seeds in one spot in the house?
No.
That's silly.
No, I never put all of my eggs in one basket. You guys know that I am a firm believer in caches.
Son, I got dragon's breath like in the shower, like come at me. Like the more you try to catch me lacking, the worse it becomes.
The worse it gets.
As long as you don't mix up like the shampoo with the dragon's breath.
Correct.
Yeah.
Flaming Livingston Man.
I don't even care. Okay. They chose this. Okay, so we're gonna do this now. We're gonna play it your way.
Yeah.
Devil Dog Prepper, I wholeheartedly agree. One at a time, man. It's small bites, just like Pete said. You a box here, a box there.
If you're not blasting off all day, it adds up, and you need it.
Well,
It's good.
KY Survival did bring up a really good point earlier, where he said you should be rotating through your freedom seeds. They're
As
not
much as you can.
they're not a forever item. You know what I mean?
Right.
Especially moisture is the enemy of anything like that. So to properly store them in a cool, dry place away from sunlight, so there's no temperature fluctuation. You want them to be as close to factory as possible when you use them. It's not easy to keep things like that. It really isn't.
That's
I would
what I did wrong.
recommend gusseted ammo
What
cans.
I was doing is I was like boiling and like trying to eat them, and like they were like, I would not recommend. They will not tenderize. I tried to, move my way through my stock. I'm like, they're like, rotate your preps. I'm like, all right, I guess we'll eat the ammunition. But turns out, like, I don't care what kind of barbecue seasoning you put on that shit. It tastes like crap, and it never breaks down. You can crock pot this shit for like days, and it just will not fall off the bone. Okay, so for all you guys out here gonna eat your ammo and shit, I might recommend that you add some food to your preps. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, true story. True
Yes.
story.
I have been vacuum sealing mine also.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Anything for long-term storage, oxygen
Yeah.
absorbers, Mylar bags, vacuum sealed, tucked away,
Ammo
nice, as
can,
nice
but
as
make
possible.
sure the ammo has the rubber O-ring or the gasket.
Yeah, the
Exactly.
rubber seal in
Exactly.
it. Yes.
Yeah, make sure they're all in good working
Because I
order.
was shooting rounds I bought 7 years ago, but I stored them like that,
Yeah,
and
properly.
I rolled through them just fine. So
Properly is the key.
Exactly.
Another like prepper hack that maybe you guys don't know about is so if you a lot of the freeze dried food, for example, right, and stuff, to reconstitute relies on boiled water. So what you can do is you can boil some water now, and then freeze it and save it for later.
it's like dehydrated water. It'll last for a while.
All you have to do is add air. As soon as you crack the seal, water.
So it's just
Follow
the,
me for more hacks, bro.
That's awesome.
I love it. I love it.
Exactly.
I don't know what everybody's chuckling about.
You need
I
a
thought that
fart
was-
bell to go with the regular bell.
I have to find my easy button. I have one. You hit it and it said that was easy.
That was easy.
I mean, duh.
Duh, the duh button.
If you're not storing pre-boiled water, I mean, what are you even?
What are you even doing? I mean, you call yourselves preppers. Come on, man.
Beam me up.
You didn't even can dehydrated water.
God,
Follow me for more life hacks.
amateurs.
Welcome to the Four Horsemen. This is what I do. Poke holes in the whole thing. Y'all thought we
Yeah.
was on some rabbit hole. Nope. More like penguins in Madagascar. I'm
Waving
Smile
small
and
boys.
wave.
Smile and wave.
But don't do that because you'll kill somebody. Smile and wave.
Oh, good
people gotta
God.
die, Trent.
All right.
Don't be afraid. Fuck 'em.
So preps that I will not skimp on, and I will not stop prepping. I will continue to prep the top quality freeze dried foods on the market, and I will not stop. And I do rotate that stuff. You can catch me camping with freeze dried food all the time. All the
Good.
time.
It's
all the
good
time.
too.
Good.
There's a reason they call me famine.
Are you gonna drop names or are you just gonna?
Yeah, nutrient survival. That the tippy top of the list. Because
Peak Refuel is
because
pretty
of
good.
so nutrient survival wins because of bulk, because of number 10 cans, 25-year shelf life. That's why nutrient survival wins. If you want taste in your backpack when you're going camping, non-long-term freeze dried foods, I would recommend Peak Refuel. Or find some of these smaller companies, guys. Look out these mom and pop shops. On Point Adventure Meals makes everything: candies, homemade style foods that are freeze dried, lower sodium than you're going to find anywhere else, because these people believe in it. But
Did you
seek
see
out
that
some of these
Skittles-
smaller places.
Did you see that Skittles, like the brand now offers freeze dried Skittles because
Yeah.
the people with
Yeah, we
the
had to
freeze
have it.
dried. The freeze dryers were making freeze dried candies. Now, mainstream capitalism
Yeah,
has responded
They're
and is
catching
now
on,
offering the
man.
same
They're
thing.
catching on.
But
true.
as Mike said, anytime you can go to somebody down the street, down the block,
Shop
down the
around,
road,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's going to be better. Skittles, okay, already we're talking. It's
incredible what you can freeze dry.
It's big
Right.
food.
Mama Moore, you're talking 25 years properly sealed and properly stored. These number 10 cans are good the way you buy them on a shelf in a cool, dry place, stored for 25 years. You have 1 year from the date that you open it to consume what's inside that can.
Yeah.
So something to consider when you crack open a large number 10 can
And
of beefaroni.
every company has a different spin. Some of them, like was it Nutrient Survival has those little packs. They go with me in my
Yeah.
luggage.
Yep, those
They
are
have those little
fantastic.
pouches.
That's a single
Ready
serving.
Wise has a whole pantry series, but it's not long term. It's more like the 7 year kind of stash. So look at each brand has its own little spin.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And Mama Moore, I know you're new to the channel, and thank you. You can go to any of my videos, go to the description. You'll see our partner link to Nutrient Survival,
Absolutely. Great company.
and you can get anything and everything you need. And if you use the coupon code VISION15, you'll save 15%. If it's not 15, then it's 10. But the coupon code is there. I think it's Vision 10. Nutrient Survival, not just because they're one of our biggest partners, but they have the most nutrition valued freeze-dried food on the market, period.
Yep.
Hands down.
let
And it's
me-
good.
Let me piggyback off what everybody's on here. So talk about your number 10 cans.
Yep.
But I'm like two people. So I bust open number 10 can. So
Right.
now I have 1 year.
Yeah, on that
But-
number 10 can.
but
It's
what
not
if-
going to last that long.
No, but what if? So you have the resources. Can you redundantly? See, okay, so I bust in a number 10 can. I'm like, oh shit, but there's only two of us. But now I pull out my vacuum sealer and I redundantly like preserve stuff. Can I prolong the expiration date by redundantly sealing? So I take it out, I reseal it.
Livingston, man,
would
I would
think so.
imagine. I would imagine so. If you were resealing, pretty much right away.
Let's talk about-
Moisture. So if you're doing it in a humid kitchen, probably not a great idea. If you're doing it in a drier place, you probably could.
I'm trying to steer us into a preservation
Okay.
mentality here.
think-
So yeah, like these number 10 cans.
So
and
I'd
these
have
big,
to
these
ask
camp-
somebody like Grit and Grace or Moon Sprouts, somebody who does dry canning or something like that, if it would be possible to take freeze dried food that you kind of crack the seal of, right, Livingston, man, and you weren't going to be able to use it all.
Maybe put it in a Mylar bag and just seal it with, leave a little extra room, seal it with a flat iron,
And an oxygen
and put an
absorber on
oxygen
board.
absorber, squeeze it out, and it'll kind of preserve it a little longer, if you will. Maybe not another 25 years, but
Like, I mean, let's think about, like, I feel like it's a negligible amount of moisture I'm adding by opening the container, taking out a
Right.
serving, putting it back
what
on.
about one
But
of those mason jars with the latch and the gusset lid?
Or you could put it in a mason jar that you have the dry
This-
can with.
Oh,
the
yeah,
lid
the
that
vacuum-
sits
the
on
vacuum
top,
sealing-
and then
the vacuum
suck
sealing
air
lid,
out
yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real, okay? Anybody, like, we all live in households, we have family and children or whatever. Let's call it leftovers, all right?
Yeah.
So how are you going to... in our house, we're big on leftovers. Whatever we didn't eat last night, we're definitely going to eat tomorrow, whether it's for lunch or breakfast or whatever. We're going to get
Right.
it done. We try not to waste food. Inevitably, you do, which is another thing you kind of want to, in an SHTF scenario where
Minimize,
what
yeah.
you have is what you have.
Yeah.
There's no room for.
Waste.
We used to go to this place
no room
called.
for waste. I totally get it.
Did you ever go to Nature's Classroom?
Yes.
And they had the
Yeah. Where anything that wasn't consumed off your plate was waste.
You scraped it into a bucket and they weighed it. And the
Yeah.
goal was to reduce this by as much as possible. So like day one at Nature's Classroom, the Ort bucket had like 5 pounds of like just everybody scraping off, I'm not hungry. By like day 7 of Nature's Classroom, there was like nothing in that Ort bucket.
Yeah.
But it was a cool exercise as to wasting resources, because what are you going to do? Go feed it to the crows and the animals?
If you don't have livestock, that's a really good point, and it's actually something people in the U.S. have become spoiled about. Is we
Yeah.
waste the shit
Wasted
out of
food.
stuff,
Yep.
everything.
Yeah.
I heard it said that the homeless eat better than the people that bought the food. They put it in they throw it away, and the housing deprived person rolls up to the trash can and pulls out a whole ass baconator because somebody took 3 bites out of it and threw it away. American food wastage is
Off the
It's
charts.
insane. It's
It
insane.
is.
Along with
It is.
portion control.
and portion control. Now I love going to a place where they give me like too much food.
Yeah.
But what I'm
sure.
going to do is eat that for 4 days. I'm not going to attempt to stomach it in one sitting. We live in absolute great times. America is the best country in the world. But at the
Yes,
same
it is.
time, when you see this decadent behavior, you know that this is a recipe for the fall of an empire.
Thank you very much, Grit and Grace. Appreciate that.
Yep.
And it's completely unrealistic in a survival. Got to really button up your stuff.
Oh yeah, man! You can't be wasting things. Again, knots. You need to know how to tie proper knots because you can't be wasting cordage. You can't be cutting it. You're gonna have to reuse this stuff multiple times, right? Especially if everything's falling apart. They're not making that stuff anymore.
Right.
Right.
You can't rely on Amazon to replace your supplies. Like in certain cases, you have to be like, this needs to persist, or I need to be able to make this, or whatever. But same with your food. Like you're gonna need to want to stretch every little bit of it. You're gonna
Yeah.
want to make sure that you don't waste anything. Like we laugh at our old boomer, grandmothers and grandfathers
That
that
washed
No,
the tinfoil.
washing washing the tinfoil, folding it up, and putting it away. But like when SHTF happens, you're not going to the store and getting more tinfoil. So
Well,
Look
but
back.
even when you preserve in normal times, like if I buy, bulk, I don't know, chicken, like I'll actually say there's only 2 of us here, so I don't want to preserve in a quantity in the food saver bag before I stick it in the freezer. That would
Right.
feed all 4 of us, right? I'm feeding myself and my wife, so I have to accommodate. And if we have, say, my son and his family over, we simply open 2 packages.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we don't have to open one and we have too much in there. And
Yep.
now, well, do we leave it raw or do we cook everything? And now that I've cooked it, now what do I do with it? Because I can't eat it today. And now I've created a leftover that was unnecessary. So to your point, yeah, if you can, when you preserve or save food, like I said, when I food save and freeze meats or whatever I'm freezing, I break it down into portions suitable for 1 to 2 people. And if
Yeah.
I need more, I just open another one.
Yep.
I have somebody put all their rice straight into a 5-gallon bucket, no Mylar, put the oxygen absorbers in there, closed it. And he's like, okay, I have rice. And I'm like, that's great.
You're just eating dog food now.
But once you open it, now you have the clock is ticking. And
Absolutely.
you have 5 gallons of rice. We can eat some rice, but that's a bit much.
Yeah.
So if you break it into smaller amounts, it definitely helps. Also, if you have to trade with someone, you don't want to go out with this big thing of food, right? You want to go out with like 1 pack.
Yeah.
I'll trade you this pack for that item, and there's an
Selling
exchange.
dimes, bro. We
And-
ain't selling ounces. We selling dimes, bro.
And that's what I did with my. I had a 5-gallon Mylar bag of rice, and I was like, "Why did I do that?"
Yeah.
This was like 2 hours after I vacuumed, Mylar oxygen.
thing.
I said, "That's stupid." I cut it open and broke it down into smaller
That's the way.
Mylar bags of,
You
1
live, you
cup.
learn, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 cups, 4 cups, and 6 cups, and took that whole bag and just made smaller bags, and then took all of those and put them in the 5-gallon
But
bucket.
you know what? What you did was a course correction, right? You did something, you're like, that's not going to work.
Yep.
And it's better you did it right then and there, and
Yep.
you waste, 1 bag? As
Absolutely.
opposed to some folks will do 8, 9 buckets of stuff. I know folks who've done this, And I'm sitting,
Yep.
man, you're gonna open that, y'all gonna eat beans for like 2 months straight. It just no
with
portions.
mold and rodent droppings, and it's
Yeah,
like,
whatever the hell else gets in there. Yeah.
no,
Well,
it's a
when you
great.
cook it and boil it, that'll kill all of that stuff.
Oh, okay, yep.
So I
feel
think
it, you know,
like
and
wheat
when times
berries,
get
man.
tough, the tough get tougher.
Sick.
Sick and die, sick and die, sick and die. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, you gotta be careful, man. You don't wanna buy a 5-gallon bucket of wheat berries and then open a 5-gallon bucket of wheat berries, make yourself 5 pounds of flour, and then you don't touch the wheat berries again for 6 months, and then you
Right.
open them up and you realize they're bad.
Yeah.
Bust it down
Yep.
into smaller portions. Look up the ratios. What is 5 pounds of wheat berries amount to in flour? I think you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
So make sure you have a manual grain mill that you can actually turn those wheat berries into something. Otherwise, you're just going to be either A, planting wheat, or B, trading it to somebody who has a grain mill.
Let
Right.
me be clear. You should prep what you like. No way in hell I am going to just like stockpile like rice and beans. Rice is one thing, beans another thing. I'm not a big fan of beans. Okay, so it's a great survival food, bro, but no, I am not into that. Now you're into psychological
Well,
aspects where you have protein deficiencies happening. This same thing. Prep what you like. Figure out a way to do it. This is very personal. My situation is not your situation,
she's struggling.
but what you have to do is prep what you like,
Yeah.
or try this stuff. Mike's big thing is the bug out weekends and the test your stuff. You bought the thing on Amazon.
Yeah, you better
take
know
it out
now.
of its package. Go use it. Try it. See if you even like it. Because if you're going to base your entire
Existence off it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
then you might want to know what you're getting yourself into instead of just, oh, damn, the bombs went off. I have this crap in my pantry. Oh, fuck, this sucks. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah,
Well,
too late.
it's like friends I have they want me to take them to shoot, right? They're new shooters. And I'm like, okay, we'll go shoot skeet, whatever. We go to the range. They get all excited. They go and buy a firearm. And sometimes they'll spend some money that even I'm sitting there going, ooh, that was your first firearm and that's what you got. And then I'll ask them 6 months later, hey, did you go shoot? Oh, no, I
No.
haven't since you took me.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the same phenomenon. It's like, well, where's the weapon? Where's your fire? Oh, it's I put it in the box. It's in my closet, but I have the magazines next to it. No, that's terrible. At 2 a.m. when you're freaked out, you're not going to use it right. And to lose point, if you don't stage your tourniquets right, and
Yep.
somebody's hurt, if I have to do it myself, put my own tourniquet on, that's going to be bad enough. But
Yeah,
if someone
seconds
else is
matter.
trying to put it on and they're freaking out because they've never seen a tourniquet before, that's not
Yeah.
Seconds
good.
matter. Seconds
Yeah.
matter.
And by the way, shameless plug for those of you that are coming to Bug Out Weekend 2025, you will firsthand get some nutrient survival.
Woot woot.
They
There
are a
you go.
major partner sponsor of the Bug Out Weekend, and they shipped me enough that everybody that shows up will
Thank you,
get
Becky.
some
Thank
nutrient
you,
survival.
Eric.
Very
Yes,
cool. Very
and
cool.
I
Appreciate you
thank
guys.
Becky and Eric for that. Absolutely. So, if you're new to the freeze dried game, like Mike said,
Gotta try it.
gotta
Gotta
try it.
try it. Gotta
Gotta
try it.
try it and see what you like. Because there's some I've tried that is just absolutely horrible. I might as well
Yeah.
have ate the cardboard box it was in.
Been there. Been there.
When it comes to
It's
freeze dried food, boils down to two different schools. There is like the near term, amazing to peak refuel,
Yeah. Yeah.
restaurant grade, right?
Yeah. Restaurant quality food
You
in a
reconstitute
Mylar
it,
bag.
and it doesn't take a lot of water to reconstitute it.
Correct.
But let's, I'm going to use the word expensive.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And also I'm going to use the words, not exactly. So in terms of comparing it to Mountain House, everybody's go-to. Now, I pulled out a pouch of Mountain House I had in my pantry. I went and redid the pantry.
Okay.
Went in there,
Okay.
found some shit. But Mountain House is good till like 2032. But Mountain House is just fodder. It's just awful.
Awful stomach filler. Yeah.
It does not give you anything except a filler. It will fill your stomach, but it will degrade you over time because it's not giving you any of the nutrients or vitamins or anything you need. It'll fill your stomach, but you're gonna die if you just eat that.
No, and the diversity of foods is needed. I mean, just in
Absolutely.
general.
Absolutely.
You don't want only freeze-dried. You don't want only canned or only Mylar sealed. You know, you got to have a little bit of everything.
I
Because
ate 3 men, Pete. You need fresh.
that
once in
could
a while.
sound so bad. So that's wrong.
Get hungry, bro, and tell me how bad it sounds. Little salt and pepper, some garlic and onion on there.
We got plenty of coyotes out here.
You put the pineapple chunks on the long pig, it just fucking falls off the bone, dude.
It's bad.
It's not bad. What do you think that is, Trent? What do you think that is?
That is a superior post-apocalyptic meat. That's what the SPAM stands for. Superior post-apocalyptic meat.
Actually,
I didn't
read the
eat
ingredients.
I didn't
Trent.
eat all the 3 men. I canned some of it.
Oh, the ingredients are
read the
the ingredients are
ingredients real
super
quick.
simple.
Trent, read
Super
us-
simple.
Trent,
It's
read
not
us the
it's not as
ingredients real
crazy as
quick.
everybody thinks.
Read us the ingredients real quick off the back of that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what he's looking.
Total fat 16 grams, 21%. Saturated fat 6 grams. Trans fat 0. Cholesterol 13%. Sodium 33%.
Yes,
Total
pile of
carbs.
salt.
No carbs, no dietary fiber, no sugar. Includes 1 gram of added sugar, 2%. So that's the nutritional value. And
How much protein? Is there a protein count?
no. 0.
Should 0 protein
None of that in there.
180 calories.
Okay.
per serving. Now, I believe what they're saying here is
Two
that's
servings
per
in
serving.
that one.
which is 2 ounces. That's 1 slice. He's holding 6 servings there.
No vitamin D, no calcium, 2% iron, 2% potassium. Packed by the Hormel Food Corporation.
It should have
Gluten-free.
like 7
It's
grams of
gluten-free? Hell
protein.
yeah.
Gluten free.
No protein?
The ingredients
No,
list
it's
is
supposed to have, like,
very is
7
actually it's very short. It's very short.
It's like pork shoulder and salt.
Yeah, no, it's like pork, ham, and some other salt.
Yeah.
It just says here, fully cooked, ready to eat cold or hot.
Yeah.
Slice the Spam and heat as suggested. To fry slices in a skillet until golden brown on both sides. To bake
You're
it,
gonna smell the spam coming from Camp New York, Trent, and you're gonna be like, can I try some of that bacon?
And I'll
be like,
throw
here,
up.
bro.
Now I'm starving. I'm starving.
Okay, so ingredients. Pork with ham.
Yeah, I don't know what that
Yeah.
means.
Well,
Because
ham is smoked pork. It's not just plain pork.
There you go.
Why
That
do you
makes
gotta call
sense.
it that? What,
what it
it's
says.
like ham with ham.
Yeah, pork with ham, salt, water, modified
Get that modified food starch.
potato starch, sugar, and sodium nitrate.
See, superior post-apocalyptic meat.
And we will
Y'all
start
missing out.
bidding out for this signature signed can of Spam with the Livingston Man patch.
That's the
Beamed up.
OG patch right there too.
Johnny.
Those don't exist anymore. Just saying.
I immediately get 33% of this sale.
Fine. We will start the bidding at $10,000 for this last can of autograph
That's what I'm
space.
talking about.
That's
All right,
it.
Vision, let's make this money, dog.
That's right.
We can go into business on this shit.
You know what's sad though? That has like better ingredients than a lot of food you get at the store right now.
I can pronounce them.
Yeah, like I know what everything he read
They're like
was.
mexothidolate. And you're like, well, who comes up? You ever
Yeah, that's
No.
in my chicken.
And
Yo,
then
you
it
ever-
has the bioengineered symbol.
have you ever watched TV like at a certain, or even like listen to the radio at a certain time of day, and like they're clearly targeting people, and they're like, is an ozemomethylthecalorate good for you? Ask your doctor. Imagine going to your doctor and you got this list of shit. You're like, excuse me. Is mexothiothylurate good for me? To like, no, bro, that's for like
Sister Marie.
vagina. That's for vaginas. And you're like,
Which
do you know that I don't
Oh,
have that?
definitely.
Like, you know, like trying to act like you smarter than them. Like, ask your doctor if this fucking weird shit's right for
You
you.
just-
Like,
you just reminded me of something that happened to my dad reading to a doctor. You know, when he got older, he got sick. He wound up in the hospital, right? He got out, and you know the bills come after, right? Whatever the insurance didn't cover, and he gets a bill, and he opens it. And I was home from college. He goes, "Oh bullshit!" And so he goes to the phone. I'm like, "Okay." So now I'm hovering, right? I want to know what the hell Dad's pissed off. And so he calls the doctor's office. Says, "Hey, I got a bill from Dr. Pooh or whatever his name was." And so they're going back and forth. She said, "Well, yes, you know, he checked on you on this date, and, you know," and he goes, "It says this was for a pap smear. Do I sound like I get a pap smear?" and you could hear the woman go silent on the phone, and she goes, "Oh my, that definitely is not right."
Yeah.
Sister Marie's Kitchen, I totally agree with Trent. If you have something that you can't consume, just let us know what size container of Southwest Medley you have, and I am totally down with. We'll do a little barter with you, my
Yes.
friend.
That is my favorite nutrient survival product.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff. I got to tell you, the home style scramble is pretty good
Yes.
too.
it's a real standout.
Yeah.
We did a video on our channel where we went out in the woods and set up a hot tent, and we cooked the freeze dried food.
Everything on the wood stove. Yeah.
And just got off the cuff, like, right, okay, eat it, like,
Yeah, everybody's thoughts
did
on
it.
it. Yeah.
The nutrient survival came through.
Yeah, definitely held its own. Definitely held its own. We put a few different things to the test out there, and you have to, man. You really got to try this stuff. If you guys are going to invest like big bucks in this stuff,
Please,
you need to know that you like it. You
I
need to know it's
promise you,
okay.
do not just put stuff in a box and don't open it and just like, okay, I'm prepped, I'm good. Please,
Use
for the love of whatever, like, don't do that. Like, you have to take it out of the box. Like, you gotta set it up. You gotta try it out. Having done anything, whatever it is in your life, never mind prepping and survival, but just anything.
Anything, yeah.
Try it once. By doing it once, you now have what's called experience. And now that speaks volume because you've done it before. And the more times you've done it before,
The easier it
better.
becomes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't be that person. Please do not be that fucking person who shows up to the apocalypse with your shit like still wrapped in plastic. Like, you don't even know what you're doing. You gotta be kidding me. You spent money on this shit. You buy it, you take it out of the box, and you play with it because that's what you do.
Well,
Please.
even the food, you know, if you have like whatever, you know, one of those number 10 cans or one of the smaller pouches, cook with it. The other day, I took one of the Simply Pantries, which is like a medium-term storage, and I went and I cooked
he
it.
just did. That was weird.
I cooked it with hand salute. I did it with you know, what the hell did I cook that day? It was salmon, and then I did broccoli, and then I did this like rice thing on the side just to try it in a meal to see if it was something you could eat, and it was viable. So, you know, have a little fun with it. Like somebody put Vienna sausages. Do a recipe. There are little weird recipes you can find online.
Oh yeah.
Even Spam, you know. I saw
Okay,
someone split jalapenos, put Spam and wrap it in bacon. It probably
I got
killed his cholesterol, but
I gotta yeah right here. Do not feed your pet Spam. The nitrites in it that keep it from turning gray. When you see a sodium nitrite, it's a
yeah.
thing that's in it
Hmm.
that stops it from turning gray. So it's pink, even if it's like 30 years old. But don't feed that shit to your pets. Your pets
Never.
cannot eat the Spam. Don't do that.
So
Yep.
I listen. If you guys have young children, okay. When my kids were young and I started down my preparedness journey, I said, man, these kids are like stuck on macaroni and cheese and chicken nuggets. And the apocalypse, they're going to starve to death because they're not going to eat anything that I
Right.
have prepped. So it's time to get these kids a little more adventurous. And we would go to the grocery store as a family, and individually, I would take each child and say, "Oh, okay, Junior, come with me. We're gonna go. We got to go get this and this for mom, and we're gonna check on some interesting stuff. We want to take a look at some stuff we haven't really seen before. We've never tried. Let's go try something new." And he would get all excited about it, and we would run down the canned food aisle. And I would say, okay, what do you want to try, buddy? We're going to try something this week. We're going to try something new. And he could pick anything he wanted off the shelf. There was nothing on that shelf that was more than $3.99. So it doesn't matter what Junior picks. It doesn't matter if it's good. It doesn't matter if it's bad. All that matters to me is that he is going to try something new, and we are excited about it. He is going to crack that can open, all excited, and if his face turns up, we're still going to try it anyway because we got to see this through to the end. All right, I'll do it first.
Yep.
So he learned that some things in those cans are actually pretty good, and other things in those cans. He really can't stomach. Kipper snacks are absolutely delicious. They're little fillets of trout in
Yep.
olive oil and
Really?
garlic. They're delicious.
Young Hudson ate a
Sardines.
can of bacon Spam raw.
Yeah, on a fork.
He
the
said-
whole thing. Like a
He
lollipop.
said, "Aunt Livingston, man, can I have a can of Spam?" And she gave him one, like the bacon Spam, and he cracked it and ate it with a spoon, a plastic spoon,
The whole thing.
cold, raw.
He didn't
Yeah.
use the spork on the Spam. That would have been funny.
He ate it at 12 ounces, 3/4 of a pound of this
He had the
stuff.
spork.
Young
You gotta be
Hudson,
careful with that thing. It's got a knife built into it too, Trent.
I got one of
Yeah,
them
it's
too.
right there. It's serrated. It'll get you.
I have one of them too. That's that Swedish one, right? I got mine from the Militant Farmer.
That one is actually the Grail titanium fork and spoon knife combo that comes with the Grail titanium dining
I
set.
feel like I would butcher my own mouth with that.
That's fantastic. Trent is on a titanium kick. See, look at him. He's addicted.
Weighs nothing.
Pete, we need an intervention. We have to
Need an
talk
intervention.
to VP's Chica and make sure that we don't have to come intervene because he's gone full
Don't get-
titanium, Pete. He's gone full titanium.
Titanium.
We have to slow him down.
What are you doing?
Oh,
with all
he's
this
going to get the
titanium?
rest of
He's
them.
going to go get the rest of the titanium. Check this out. Got 50 pounds.
Good.
Mother of God. Oh, look at him.
That's
You guys even
It's
know
the
what
black one, right? It's
50
black.
pounds of
That one's
titanium is
the
worth?
titanium with the black, and then he's got the the new black titaniums out, Mike. So I have to get the black titanium.
Yep. I did.
I'm telling you,
He
Pete,
just-
we have to
his-
stop this, man. We have
His
to stop
budget
this.
just went off the rails
It's
right now.
gone.
Oh, yeah, it
it's,
did.
it's,
It did.
it's gone. Go full titanium. It's
And
obsessive
it all
birds.
started with the titanium ultra press.
Yeah.
It's obsessive behavior.
Then I got the Geo press.
Look, I got this too.
Titanium. Then they came out with black because I wanted a black one all along.
Classic marketing.
Yeah.
So I'll sell you, all we got is the white ones, bro. And then you buy that one. Then I'm like, oh, snap. Yo, I got the black one. You buy that too. Gotcha.
It's happening. It's happening.
I'm
But,
done. I have.
ladies and gentlemen, if you're getting
Unfortunately,
into
I had all
preparedness,
three- Yeah.
prepare to be
I had all
broke.
3 boxes lined up on this table over
Yeah,
here,
no
which
kidding.
they are. And the COO came down and said, "You have 3 Grails? I said, well, technically I have two because one of them is in your get home bag.
Oh, got her.
Classic deflection.
Got her. Got
Well,
her.
is actually,
And that was the end of the story.
I told my good friend Tank Houston yesterday that if in the event of my unfortunate passing, please do not let my family sell my gear for what I told them I paid for it.
Exactly.
Oh no, my wife is as bad as I am. I went looking for a sling at a gun show. I had a sling on a rifle I did not like. So I was like, I will go. There was a gun show. We're going to go meander around. You know, it's a whole social event. You run into friends. And she comes bebopping out with a skeleton rail diamondback AR in a box. She goes, look what I found. And she just bebopped to my truck, took my keys, and off she went. I'm sitting there going,
Right. Right.
okay. She decided that was what she was getting today. So yeah, she's as bad as I am.
Devil Dog's got the best titanium though.
Yes, he
Good
does.
stuff. The good stuff. The stuff that we got is junky compared to what
Yes,
he's got
he
going
has
on.
medical grade titanium.
That's right. It's a whole nother
Oof.
level.
Yes.
It's bionic.
So,
A whole
folks,
nother level.
I hope this made sense tonight. We talked about things that we won't skimp on. And not just because of the price, but because of what it is and what it does and what it means to us.
Amen
Now,
to that.
could I have gotten away with the regular GeoPress? Yes. But I wanted the trifecta. I wanted to be able to purify water and cook out of the same container. This can go straight in fire to boil water.
Actually, if you look at the back of that sucker, there's a cool little D-ring on there so that you
Yeah,
can hook
right
your
there.
little camp cup to it and hang it over the fire. You don't have to put it right in the fire. You can actually
Yeah.
hang that.
Is that
sucker
a
off
handle
little
on the back
tripod.
end of it? It folds
Yes,
out.
sir. Yep.
Boom.
Very cool.
There it is. Handle.
Yep.
Right there. Yeah.
So you don't burn the crap out of your fingers because that would.
Oh,
be
absolutely. You got to pick it up with a
Gloves.
glove.
You have to. We have to also institute anytime we use anything. Common sense, ladies and gentlemen. Common sense. We have to bring it back. I know it became wildly unpopular to have any kind of common sense whatsoever, but it is absolutely one of those things that I am telling you for a fact is making a comeback in 2025.
Yep.
I'll vote for that.
Just remember all the gear, all the safety equipment, whatever. If that should be your last line of defense. Your first line should be up here. Avoid
Yep.
the situation as much as you can.
Amen to that, Pete.
Karen said, my husband and I go to the gun shows
Oh,
together.
that's awesome.
First he gets his, then I get mine, and he pays for it.
That's so funny.
You had me fucked
Yeah.
up. Because I came back and I put the headphones on. All I heard was Trent say, my husband and I. I said, what? How'd we get
You
here?
caught the wrong end of that.
Yeah, not my husband.
And
Karen's
welcome
husband.
back, Livingston, man.
I picked the best time to leave the conversation.
Perfect. Right on time.
I want to thank everybody that's stuck out with us here.
Yes.
You know, I tried to poke holes. I came in here trying to fuck with y'all, poke holes. You're going to be this prick. That's what I do to Mike every time. He postulates the scenario. I'm like, let me explain to you why that's bullshit.
That's true. It's true.
And here on this panel, I was given very limited opportunities to do so because y'all know what the H you're talking about. It's a place I love to be at. I enjoy hanging out with you guys. I look forward to it. As the Livingston man, I just want to say to the roaming prepper vision and Hudson Valley Prepper Survival, I love hanging out with y'all.
Oh, we like hanging out with you, Livingston, man.
Likewise, you always bring color to the conversation.
It's ironic, isn't it?
And we all
Donald
go to
H.
internet
Huth,
show.
I
To the gulag.
cannot agree with you more. This
Off you
is
go.
a fantastic YouTube community. The prepper community is the best community in the world, hands down. I've never seen a group of people look out for each other as much as the preparedness community does. Call people out on their bullshit. If somebody's trying to bullshit somebody, they get called out on it real fast. So, excuse me, it's a great community. We police ourselves. We look out for each other. We lift each other up, and hopefully together we are all a little more prepared today than we were yesterday.
And remember, it's a journey. Everyone's got a different situation, different finances, different,
Awesome.
family members, whatever it is. We're all in a different place, so everyone's on their own little journey.
Mm-hmm.
And we try to share. And as long as you're trying to genuinely go somewhere, this is one of the best communities you'll find online. Honestly,
It is. And Mama Moore, you can always send me an email, visionpreparedness@gmail.com. If you have questions, drop me an email.
And I know I have to be honest with you, Mama Moore, nobody here is a know-it-all. And if you ask one of us a question and we don't know the answer, I am going to reach in my Rolodex of preppers and knowledgeable people and see if I can find that answer for you. And if I can't, I'm going to say, I'm sorry. I've looked and I've asked a few people and I just can't get it for you. I'm sorry.
Now, I've been in so many online interactions where, people ask a legitimate question in the forum, in the group, whatever,
in the community,
and I will answer them, and they'll be like, "What do you base this knowledge on?" I'm like, "I made it up." Sounded good at the time.
There's a question Mama Moore asked a question about walkie-talkies.
Okay. Do you want
Mama
to take
Moore?
it, Trent?
No, I'm going to do this. I'm going to toss it. Mama Moore, go over to Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. Subscribe to his channel. He is one of my go-to people for walkie-talkies, although I could talk about it, but I'm going to give it to my guy and let him say a few things. But subscribe to his channel. You can learn more there.
Yeah. Come on over. If you have questions, feel free to ask.
Yeah, click on his HVPS thing in the comments. You go to subscribe to the channel. Mike's he's on his journey to do the ham radio, all this big communication shit, walkie-talkies.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
We'll get you to the next level.
All I can tell you about walkie-talkies is key the mic. Make sure there's as much background noise as possible. Possibly, maybe even some music blasting in the background, and never let go of that push to talk button. Just hello, just freak out.
Don't listen
with your music, with your loud music and your kids in the background. I mean, please.
Listen, Mama Moore, the first thing you want to know is don't do whatever it is what he said. Mama Moore, there are many different levels of radio communication. Some require licensing, some do not. We'll help you get what you need, what it's going to work best for you in your situation.
Yep. She said, "Will I need a license?" is her question.
Yeah, sometimes
is there
yes.
cops in your situation?
Sometimes no. Sometimes yes. Sometimes no.
If there's
Depends on the
SHTF,
radio.
if there's SHTF, I always bring this up, and I don't mean to sound edgy, but it's realistic. If SHTF, if law and order is broken down, if civilization is fractured as we know it, okay, who cares about licenses and permits?
Nobody, but you won't even know how to use that radio, so it won't matter. It won't matter. You have no practice time, and now you're going from nothing and no resources to help you, and you're never going to make communications with that person that you plan to. You're never going to get a signal out, and you're not going to hear anybody because you don't have the knowledge to make that radio work properly. That is why you go and get yourself a license. That is why you go and get yourself some education on the topic, Mr. Livingston, man.
You got to just
Sing that bell. There we go.
That's it. You got to do it right now so you can do it wrong later.
Mic drop. Walked out of the room.
Headphone drop. Okay.
I thought he was going to trip over Lou for a second.
He did. It was not graceful. You're not gangster. You're not gangster.
You're not king.
Turn the lights off. Shut me out. It's my studio, goddamn.
Yeah, Mama Moore, ham radio, you need to take a test,
Sorry,
get a
I had to.
license. GMRS,
You
you
need a
can get
license.
a blanket. You can get a license just paying $30 and no test, and it covers everybody in the family.
Absolutely.
On certain
P.S.
frequencies.
Your ham radio license is $30 too.
Yes.
But you have
You
to
know-
take a more advanced test for that.
Absolutely.
That's next. I got my FAA license now. I'm pivoting. Ham is my goal for 2025. So
Next
One
month,
of my
Pete, we're
goals.
giving a free class, Ham Radio, Hudson Valley Prepping Survival on Facebook. Come
Well,
check us out.
I got invited to a 3-gun shoot, so I gotta like
It's
practice
all done
that. So I'm
online.
like,
It's not a
So
problem.
if you're
All
going
online.
to a
Facebook.
3-gun shoot, here's the rule right now. If you win something, I want the prize. Because every time you go, you win.
almost.
I tried to,
almost.
Devil Dog. It didn't work.
What did I
They're
win
already
last
off.
time?
It's like I
I
win
won
so
that-
much,
that
I don't even
Hellcat.
know.
Yes.
I won the
you won
Hellcat. I gave
Hellcat.
that,
Yeah.
which my daughter-in-law has now. So
Okay.
which is fine because she takes my
Yeah.
granddaughter places. So you know.
Yeah.
that's-
I'll go for that. With that, folks, first of all, I want to say thank you to everybody who came out and hung out with us. Livingston, man,
What'd I do?
I'm going to give you the last words.
Goodness. As Americans, and if you're not an American, you're watching too. As Americans, we're watching some really, as always, unprecedented events occurring. All the more reason for you to keep doing what you're doing.
Yep.
You understand that the situation will not always persist as it is, that times change, that things evolve, and that you need to be prepared for tomorrow. What you do today is for tomorrow. Keep doing what you're doing is my only advice, because though the world situation, media, this and that, depending on who you talk to and who you listen to, they tell you it's either getting better, it's getting worse. Real ones know it's staying the same, and the same is keep doing what you're doing, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. What you do today can help guarantee tomorrow.
And with that, folks, everybody have an amazing Tuesday. Stay safe. God bless you. We will see y'all next week at 7:45 for the 4 Horsemen. The time is now.